Namaste, welcome to my channel. This is Brishali, your spiritual healer, psychic medium, occultist, and a writer. Today, I will be talking about devolution of planets. Many of the astrologer lovers or who follow astrology may have heard this term many times, and they must have got a little idea about this term called devolution and exaltation. But today I'm going to be speaking about the term devolution of planets in the astrology, and this discussion is more to do with understanding the energy and how we could deal with it. Because I would like to motivate people. Most of the people, when they hear that their certain planet is debilited, they kind of tend to get depressed, and they think that nothing is going to change ever in their life. So it's not like that. There is a solution, and we can work out some solution to the situation that you may be suffering. Now, everybody's situation is different, everybody's circumstances are different, so one rule doesn't apply for all the other people. Like, if somebody tells you that, or you read it online, that for example, you have your Jupiter debilited in Capricorn, and if that is there in your chart, so whatever is mentioned over there, it does not completely apply to your case, because we also have to see the surrounding in terms of the aspects, conjunctions, at what degree it is, in which in which nakshatra pada it is. So there are many calculations, so do not assume and feel sad and give up working towards your goal. So that was the first point. Now, to the people who don't know what is devolution, so in simple layman's languages, devolution of a planet means that planet is not powerful enough, it's weak, it's not getting the not giving you the entire benefits. Okay, so the energy of that planet is less in your life, so obviously you are missing on the experiences of that particular planet. That's all. So today I'm going to be speaking about how we can correct this and definitely improve the energy. Maybe we cannot fix it completely, but we can definitely improve the energy. Okay, so let's begin. The sun is exalted in Aries and debilited in Libra. Personally, I don't believe much in exaltation and debilitation, but just to clear the myth, and I want to clear the confusion or the fear mostly that people generally have, because of debilitation. I'm actually making this video. So now, when they say sun is exalted in Aries, great. Okay, but if a certain planet is in a difficult house like 6th, 8th, 12th, okay, then even though they say it's exalted, or even though they say it's debilited, I think it gives you more challenges, it gives you more difficult situation, because you have signed up for a lot of lessons, particularly to that planet karma, right? And so here the exaltation or the debilitation factor is secondary, but the main challenge is that the house position, 6th and 12th house position, and how you're going to deal with those difficulties. So it's not just about in which sign they are placed, but in which house they are placed. And another thing is also, you need to check if there was an eclipse, whether solar eclipse or whether lunar eclipse, because these energies are also adding up to the difficulties again to help the soul grow. Okay, so many of you who are following what I'm saying, this is an opportunity to grow, but a very difficult journey, but there are ways how you could handle it. Now let's exaltation energy, we don't need to look much about, but I will talk to you about the devolution as we have spoken. So here, since the sun gets debilited in Libra, now this energy needs to get balanced. So basically, people can do meditations, people can do yogas, people can do about chakras. So you got to work on the chakras related to this particular planet. Okay. Most of the y'all who may be knowing about chakras can read about chakras, correlate this information there, and work on this chakra. So you need to heal. Okay, you need to heal this aspect of yours. Like Sun in Libra, then people could be very autocratic, demanding with their partners, or they may be too much lenient towards their partner, that they can accept whatever the partners are doing. So today I'm going to be explaining more about the solutions part rather than the energy part, because in quantum healing we look at the energy perspective, we look at how we can heal it, because nobody can say that how powerful the planet is just by looking at its position or the degrees or the nakshatras or its padas, because we cannot calculate the energy that is received, right? So for this you'll have to go through a healing process, and there are many modalities which you can do, right? I also feel that donations related to this planet can help, mantras can help. Okay, using colors of this planet can help, staying sattvic by cutting down on alcohol or non-veg can help, and this way you improve this energy, and it's very very helpful. Okay, so that was about Sun devolution in Libra. Mostly this affects love life. So guys, healing your love life is very important. Basically, more to do with your self love, your unconditional love, these factors. So I hope this helps. Now moving on to the next planet, Moon. Moon is exalted in Taurus and debilited in Scorpio. So jumping to the Scorpio part now. Most of the charts that I have seen, people with Moon and Scorpio position, they suffer through psychological issues. Either it's depression or some kind of mental illness. They have issues and they are very reluctant to speak about it, or they delay sort of their treatment, and this becomes a little chaotic for this kind of people. But there is hope. Okay, so I think most of you can go to hypnotherapist, you can see a homeopathic, you can take backflower remedies, you can do quantum healing, you can do DNA healing, you can do pranic healing, you can do breathing exercises, moon meditations. You could work with the moonstone, the rainbow moonstone, the gemstone that I'm talking about. If you don't like gemstone, or you're not sure about how this will work out for you, so you could work with the moonstone crystals. Okay, and especially follow the lunar cycles, see how it's affecting you. Try to stay sattvic again by cutting down on alcohol, non-veg, having multiple partners for intimacy, sexual relationships. Avoid that, because that is going to destroy your emotional energy more, and this could also affect your EQ, that is the emotional question. So I think you need to be more with people who understand you, rather than who just want to be around with you only for some kind of benefit. And this applies for you like vice versa. Don't use people just because you need them, just because you got anxiety, just because you want a filler in your life. People generally end up getting on from one relationship to another relationship. So avoid all that. Yeah, so that I hope that helps. And now moving on to the next planet, Jupiter. I've already given this example, but repeating it once again. Jupiter exaltation in Cancer and devolution in Capricorn. I think we've just crossed this period of Jupiter conjunction in Saturn in December, and this has been quite tough for people. We've seen the second wave of coronavirus here. I had already made the prediction about the conjunction that happened on 21st December 2020. Please go watch that video, that will help a lot. Okay, now I want to say this. Jupiter is debilited in Capricorn. The energies are weak, the energies are not so powerful, but it doesn't mean Jupiter does not give any benefit. Okay, Jupiter has done its job, and we all know that how the Jupiter cycle works. Like, it moves, it will come back in Capricorn in November. But I don't want to touch that topic because that will be covered in a separate video. Here, what I'm trying to say, the point that I'm trying to make here is like, you can improve the Jupiter, especially if you have a child whose Jupiter is in Capricorn. These kind of children need a lot of hard work. They need repetition, they need a certain pattern in which they will have to do their homeworks, their studies, or their method of learning is different. It's slightly slower as compared to the other children, but they are also bright, okay, and they have a good future. So Jupiter does not mean that world is over. You can do some of the remedies, like, using more of color yellow, and doing the mantras, chanting of Jupiter planet. You can do some donations, okay. Especially Thursdays is a very important day for Jupiter. You can teach your children, you can teach yourself to follow some gurus, even if they are not alive, like, Swami Vivekananda sir, and many other, whoever you feel resonated with, you can follow their preachings, teachings. Lord Buddha, lot of gurus are there. India is rich in terms of spiritualism and the philosophical knowledge, so you can do that. And if you feel that you don't want to follow anybody, you can follow, just follow the universe, just follow your intuition, what it says. Just pray, just meditate, do good, have good thoughts about, most of the times have good thoughts about people, even if they have been bad, but you don't spoil your karma by spoiling your thoughts, right? I would also recommend a lot of people, to pray to Lord Shiva and Ma Shakti, and balance their energies through working with them, by praying to them and meditating and chanting. So this all works in for Jupiter devolution. And the most important thing, okay, I've seen this energy makes the kids or the people with such energy, they don't like reading books, they don't like touching books, they do not want to be creative with the knowledge or the wisdom, they kind of run away from there. So you have to give them an assurance. If this is a viewer who is having this kind of energy, you need to start believing in your own knowledge, you need to start believing into your own power of grasping knowledge, and slowly move towards, like, make a sacred corner in your house, keep some books, like it's like a sacred altar. You can keep some books, you can keep an incense sticks, you can keep the Lord Buddha statue or Ganesha, uh, whatever you feel resonated with, okay, sit there. If you don't like to keep books, you can keep magazines, you can keep some material which you can read, you can spend some time alone. This way your intellectual will increase, and you will start getting the benefits of Jupiter. And sign up for e-courses, e-books, try to spend your time in learning something. That's the most, like, nobody should push you, you should do it yourself. So this is one of the very very good ways, and this energy will help you to do good at work, and you will earn more money, you will attract more career opportunities, your money karma will go away, or at least it will get reduced. Okay, so I hope this helps. Now moving on to the next planet, I'm referring to my notes, okay, so that I don't miss out on the sequence. Now next planet is Venus. Venus is exalted in Pisces and debilitated in Virgo. Now I actually personally know a couple of people with this kind of energy, debilation in Virgo, and this is pretty depressing for those people who feel like Virgo, having debilation of Venus in Virgo, like, their life doesn't have any love life. They're overly critical about their partners, or their partners are overly critical about them. So it's vice versa. But I think that love is love, and we all, should correct our partners to some extent. But being over judgment, overthinking, classifying, putting too many points that I want my partner to be like this, I want my partner to be like that. Having too many, the list goes on and on and on. Like beauty also, brains also, money also, car also, travel also, wisdom also, family person also. So it's like too much, you know. So that's where you have to put it into correct measure as to what are the three or four qualities. I'm talking about qualities, I'm not saying looks, I'm not saying career or money, I'm saying qualities. What is, look at the compatibility part, look at the compassion part, okay, because you're going to be living with that partner throughout your life, spending your every morning and every evening, okay, having kids with them, staying with them. So the quality is more important. So if you're going to be overly criticizing their looks, how their teeth look, or how their face looks, or how they're, if they are tall, if they are speaking well or not well. So everything is superficial, it's outer energy. You have to look within, inner energy. You have to try to understand what kind of soul that person is, you have to understand at that level. And I hope this information helps. All the people who are the workers here will quickly understand what I'm trying to say here, what point I'm trying to make here. um, because I've seen people doing that. I've seen that a lot into during my reading. So I have pointed out. Now, how do you balance this energy? See, firstly, most of the people in the devolution of Virgo, they suffer in their love life. They suffer in their love life because of this over criticism, because of not choosing a partner, because of either staying with too many partners, because they think that okay, this much part is better, like I like this guy the way he talks, or I like this girl how she looks, or I like this guy's money, or I like this girl's car, or she's just a good hangout, or she's good at talking over the phone, I can just spend my time. So it doesn't work like that. So that is scattering your energy, okay. So don't do that, okay. Firstly, I would say 70 to 80% love yourself, and give that 10-20% uh, position to your partner. Be open in understanding them rather than just choosing on the superficial facts which I said. Self love is important. Working with healing music. You can do love subliminals. You could do crystal healing. You could do like working with rose quartz, jade, rhodochrosite, rhodonite. There's so many crystals for love. Of course, chakras. Okay, do daily practice of chakras, yoga. Hang out with people who understand you, who speak well and communicate well with you, workers, because you guys are great talkers. And so this Venusian energy in Virgo will correlate well with the certain set of people who can match up to your energy vibration. So it's not about that. So this love is very different, and it needs to be understood well rather than just thinking negative. And so that way it will help you all. I hope this helps. Okay, now moving on to the next sign, sorry, next planet, Mars. Okay. um, Guys, actually, I have instantly come up with this topic. There was not much preparation on the content. Like, whatever is coming into my mind, the information that's flowing, I'm recording it because I really want people to get benefit out of this video and stop the fear of depletion. Because honestly, I kind of don't like that depletion factor and how people feel sad about it. So yeah, Mars in Capricornia, it's exalted and debilitated in Cancer. Most of these people, they are very hard at expressing their sorrows, sadness, fears, tears. Okay, uh, they cry a lot. Okay, they feel hurt very deeply. Okay, and there's a lot of pain in their heart chakra. There's a lot of issues with emotions, either understanding them or processing them. So I think a lot of healing, lots of healing is required. I strongly recommend these people to write emotional diaries. Emotional diary is a very effective way of uh, you know tracking down your emotions on your daily basis. End of the day, when you finish all your work, write your diary, what you did, how was your day, what you felt, what hurt you, what was okay to manage. Sign up with a counselor, speak to a counselor, a therapist. Do talk therapy, but speak it out. Like, don't keep this energy concentrated inside you. Let it flow, let it keep moving. Otherwise, this is also going to be creating a lot of issues for you in your future. This is very important. Then taking care of your own emotional health, your emotional questions, your emotional intelligence. This is very important. Make wise friends. Don't keep friends who are narcissistic. You will attract narcissistic people. Okay, now what is narcissistic? You can google it. A lot of people who have spoken a lot of things on YouTube about it, and that's very helpful. But in a nutshell, what is narcissistic? Narcissistic is somebody who is very, very arrogant, rude, and they have always this me factor running through them. Okay, and they will never accept what you're trying to say. Even if they do, they have not so great intention behind it. They always like to manipulate. So manipulation is the best word I can use for narcissistic. And so please do take care of yourself. Okay, again, moonstone is very helpful. Doing the moon meditations is very helpful. Listening to emotional music. Most of you, I would recommend go sign up piano classes. It's very, very helpful, very, very helpful, and it is a very strong way of expression of your emotions. Music, art, there you can do painting, you can do some creatives, designing, pottery, do anything, and this energy starts getting channeled in the right way. Okay, believe in the quantum healing. You can also do DNA healing, pranic healing. You can release the emotions, cry it out. There's no shame. Sit in your room, cry, 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 finish it off. Tell your best friend that I did this, or tell your mom, your dad. To the people who have lost them, you can write letters to your ancestors. You can write letters to your father, to your dad, and take it easy, especially on number 4 days, number 13, number 22, and 31. So if you have a Mars in Cancer, yeah, then try to understand this energy. Okay, and take care. Right now, moving to the next planet, Mercury, exalted in Virgo and debilitated in Pisces. Okay, so somewhat similar energy, but here the communication expression is very important. Okay, because you are getting the downloads as an information from your crown chakra, information from the higher sources, information from your higher consciousness. Okay, like from your divine guides, spirit guides, and your angels. Okay, but the thing is that you will have to speak it out, because if you don't speak it out, people are going to think that you don't want to speak, and they are going to misuse your non-communicative skills, or that you don't speak up, you don't voice up your opinion, and then that's going to be very challenging for you. Okay, so this Mercury needs to be boosted for communication, and the best way to do is use a lot of green color in your house, in your office, or in your car, or wherever it is. Too much of green is very good. Fresh green, eat a lot of fresh vegetables. You can use essential oils like rosemary, mint, peppermint. All this is very helpful, and try to have a lot of green plants in your house. Okay, so this way your healing is much better. You are connected to your own voice. Try to sing it out. Okay, listen to the birds chirping, feed them with some food. Okay, do the mantra chantings, meditations. This will also help. Of course, you can listen to meditational music, to guided meditations, right? Improving your communications. This will improve your communication with your partners as well. If you are married with your husband, your wife, or if you are in relationship. Okay, uh, these days some of the people do stay in touch with their ex, but I don't recommend that because you've moved on. But anyways, if you guys are okay with it, so overall the communication in energy improves. Yeah. uh, just by wearing emerald, it won't. Most of the people, they come to me that we have done this is this, we have worn a emerald, we have done puja is like a ritual, right? And they do it. But guys, one puja, you do it and then you expect that its result should last for your entire lifetime. It's not possible. Okay, but the same puja, if you do it on a daily basis or at least on weekly basis, I will never say that it won't work. It will work. So you have to constantly be in touch with your own energy. See, this is a weakness. Devolution is a weakness. It's not like uh, you won't get the result. You will get some result, right? Because the experience is important. So don't believe on this one time puja and then think that your entire life is sorted by just paying some little money that the people ask you to do the puja. Please don't fall for that, right? So hope that helps. Now moving on to Saturn. Saturn exalted in Libra and debilited in Aries. Okay. Now again, this is a fire sign. Saturn is a very slow planet, and this can cause a lot of frustration, anger. This can cause too much of rift, anger, delay. Okay. And so you'll have to heal this part. So guys, please don't wear black, gray, muddy, dirty colors, dirty clothes. Keep yourself as much clean, hygienic. That's very important. um, Heal your Saturn and energy. Help the people who are, suffering a lot more than you may be. Okay. Poor people, people with amputated legs, blind people, who cannot help themselves, they're disabled, they're very old. Doesn't matter, a woman or a man, doesn't matter. Okay. uh, this is a pretty strange energy, which it can get better only when you come out and give your support. It's not necessary that you only devote your time by giving a way of donation to somebody, but you can also devote your time. Okay, this is very important, right? And so this way you can heal it. And again, stay sattvic, don't eat non-veg, alcohol on Saturdays, it will help. Okay. Now I'll move to the next planet. That's okay. Now talking about Rahu and Ketu, that's the next on my list. Rahu, we all know, exalted in Taurus and um, Virgo, debilited in Scorpio and Pisces. Actually, somehow I just don't buy this theory. Okay. Because I myself, I have a Rahu exalted in Taurus and I don't get much of that energy. Anyways, the devolution part, Scorpio and Pisces. Now, see guys, Rahu is obsession. Rahu is a highly illusional energy, and Rahu is malefic. Okay. But I feel that Rahu has a positive side and a negative side too. So positive side, it gives a lot of wisdom, unique abilities. Yeah. And a very very unconventional way to do things wherever it is placed, irrespective. Okay. Now at the negative side, at the offset side, when we talk about it's being in Scorpio and Pisces, this is calling for highly emotionally manipulative people exist in your life. Okay. You don't even know, but they are actually slowly deceiving you. There is deception. Okay. And you need to be careful about that, and it is such a slow process. Okay. That you may know somebody for years, but you do not know that they're actually trying to deceive you. Okay. So that is the biggest clue I have given. Now the same thing applies. Improve on your emotional intellect. There are ways you do that, because you need to understand the psychology of the people. Okay, it's not just the looks and the money that they carry in the wallet. It's about how they behave, how they treat people, how they treat themselves, how they treat you. Try to see the information between the lines, okay, the hidden stuff. So this way you will be able to handle yourself well, and you will not fall prey for any sort of fraud or any sort of deception. Okay, now last is Ketu, exalted in Scorpio and Pisces, debilitated in Taurus and Virgo. Okay, now the debilation part of Ketu. See, like I said, Ketu positive is very high, knowledgeable, wisdom seeker, spiritual, and wise, like a sage. Okay, but at the negative side, it's too many losses, because the wisdom comes through the losses, right? Destruction, sudden things happening, which is also a Rahu quality, but at least Rahu gives you a chance to rebuild that, but Ketu is permanent. Okay, that's what I truly resonate with. And there is no looking back. Okay, there is no looking back. There is very less chance of certain thing or people, person, or certain thing which you've lost will come back. So here I think you guys need to be very careful about how you speak, because of the Virgo, Ketu in Virgo, and Ketu in Taurus, your money. Okay, so frauds with money, money laundering, all that is possible. So be extra careful about the security of your investments. These are practical things that you'll have to do, and also you have to improve the way you speak to others, being a little compassionate, loving, don't give attitude. If you're angry, choose not to speak to people, maybe you pick up the call later. Okay, this way you can improve your communication, be softer. You can go through a speech therapist, because I think most of the people have a little difficult way of talking, or they are very abrupt, or they cut off people too badly. So I think a personality development course will help. Yeah, and of course the mantras of this related planets, like you can do it for Shukra, that's for Taurus energy, for Virgo the Buddha, the Mercury. Okay, and this way it can get better. So firstly understand the energy, and then you act, so automatically it starts getting better. Now that if you have heard this video and you are not going to make that changes in your life, and life will continue in the similar pattern. If you want life to improve, then pick up on this information, make notes, because this information I have worked a lot to get for last so many years. I've been studying the spiritual so many modalities for the last 12 years, and I feel that I've done a lot of work in getting this information, and when I'm sharing this is purely to help you. Okay, and I will really appreciate if some of you are kind enough to share this with your friends and family. Okay, or at least follow my channel, like and subscribe. Okay, but my intention is not just to get the subscriptions or the subscribers, whatever that is, to increase. My intention is to reach the knowledge which I have got through so many years of meditation, channeling, healing myself and the other people. Okay, so many charts that I have seen and guided people. So the entire motto of this video was that devolution is not the end of the planet. It does not kill the planet energy completely. You have some hope, and that hope comes through healing. Have faith. Okay, have faith in God, right? God is best. God knows who deserves what energy and gives us a chance to work through it. Okay, so I hope with all of the solutions and all of the energies that I have explained today, I hope this has helped somebody somewhere. That's what my intention is all about. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.